on with the Disney Corporation and the Disney stars. The Disney Channel stars, people I'm making reference to, include the Jonas Brothers, Demi Lovato, Miley Cyrus, Selena Gomez, and what have you. And it seems like, you're turning on the news, entertainment news programs all the time, and you're finding out, what's going on with the Disney stars, since some of them have broken off all ties that they've had with the company after their series wrapped up, or they went on to make a movie or produce a best-selling album, whatever. It seems like now that they've broken away from the children's company Disney, it seems like now, everybody wants to talk about them. They wouldn't talk about them when they were on Disney unless they had made anywhere from $2 to $3 million, and now all of a sudden everybody's talking about them, especially Selena Gomez and Demi Lovato, who I'm going to be making reference to for this week's audio commentary. I decided to take a break from the traditional program of interviewing a wrestler or talking about something going on in the world of professional wrestling, simply because I feel the need to talk about this. It's always nice to take a break from professional wrestling. But yeah, a lot of attention, being given to the Disney stars now. A lot of them, majority of them now, are at a mature age, and a lot of people now want to talk about them. And one of the issues that was being talked about a lot last year was the whole Demi Lovato thing about her, not really being able to handle the pressure all that well, and then she was unfortunately sent to rehab. I believe the date that she was sent to rehab was actually on November 1st. Pressure is something that a lot of people have had to deal with throughout life, and if you haven't experienced pressure, like I have, and probably a majority of the listeners have in life, at some point in your life you're going to have to deal with it. I'd just like to say this: if Demi Lovato ever has the opportunity to check out this YouTube video, if she's browsing YouTube or she's browsing the internet and comes across this radio program in the official radio form of HEW Entertainment or on some search site or whatever, throughout life, we've all had to deal with some form of pressure, and definitely it is something that, can push you to limits and expectations that you never thought possible of yourself. It can also result in, potential suicides, or leading you to, cave in or what have you, and it can also result, in some cases, in death. But I have a very, interesting story that I would like to include with this week's audio commentary. Throughout the number of years that I've been doing HW Entertainment Variety Radio, and I've had this website. This website first premiered in 1999, August of 1999, and it's been around for over 12 years. Next year will be my 13th year in broadcast journalism, and it will be my 13th year doing these audio commentaries and text columns, which I write on occasion. And it has been very hard. It hasn't been easy. I've had to deal with a lot of personal issues, like my mother passing away from cancer just recently, over 5 years ago. One of the most difficult things that I've ever had to do, along with running this website. And definitely there are a lot of pressurous times when running a website, because you always get these calls for HEW Entertainment and HEW Entertainment Variety Radio. In 2009, was the biggest year we have had, without question. 2010 was a phenomenal year. Had the opportunity to interview Hannah Montana, one of the girls that plays Hannah Montana, here on the show. You can see that YouTube video on our YouTube channel. Once our YouTube channel launches, I'll have more information on that in future audio commentaries. We had to redo our YouTube channel because of the phenomenal popularity that it's been getting, and I felt the need to delete some of the content. Some of the original content is going to be included, along with new content which you've never seen before, some interviews and what have you. So make sure you check that out. A link to our YouTube channel, which is Jonathan Clarke 22, will be included. But in 2009, that was when we had the majority of our calls. 2009 had to be the biggest year we have had here on HW Entertainment. Days would come, I wouldn't hear from anybody, and there would be other days where I would get anywhere from 4 to 5 calls for an interview, and I had to do the 4 to 5 interviews in a day and make sure they all got promoted. And then after I do the interview, they'd be calling, wondering where the interview is. Here at HW Entertainment Radio, we keep all your footage, just in case we need to go back and use a piece of footage, or we need to re-upload stuff for various accounts that we have or whatever. And the majority of the footage is eventually produced, but it takes time, and a lot of people are impatient with that, but I work with it. 2009, not a word of a lie, probably got about anywhere from 250 to 300 calls, probably even more, of independent people wanting to get their stuff promoted, or wanting, just exposure. I had the opportunity to interview legends, a mixture of, talent, independent bands, wrestlers, actors, what have you. And in 2009, I virtually thought I was going to make away with myself, because there were so many people, communicating with me through MySpace or emailing me wanting to get on the show. And the majority of them had the opportunity to get on the show. There are people still waiting to hear from me. I have numbers I haven't even called. 2009 provided me with a lot of precious times, and I just had to suck it up, and go through with it all. And Demi Lovato is just, one of those people that falls into that same category. You just got to learn to suck it up and go on with life, because time is definitely the most precious commodity, and it doesn't stop for anyone. That was something that Miley Cyrus made reference to in her book. She didn't refer to it that way, but she just made reference to the fact that time is one of the most precious commodities that we have. Eric Bischoff and Vince McMahon were involved in a very entertaining vignette in WWE back in February of 2003, when they were promoting the Austin Eric Bischoff program, and that match they were going to have at the 2003 No Way Out pay-per-view. Time definitely is the most precious commodity that we are given, and we have to, cherish every day and every moment that we are provided with. And I think that is something that definitely Demi Lovato needs to, take into consideration. I know there are a lot of people out there who, look up to her and everything, and there are a lot of people that do these parodies of her, of her and different things, for independent companies or what have you. I know that because I've had the opportunity to check out some independent shows that have actually had Demi Lovato tributes put together, along with Hannah Montana and what have you. But I really think that this is a time when Demi Lovato needs to, come together and be strong, like she's been all these years, working for Disney and making these movies and these series like Sunny with a Chance. I think she really needs to come together, pull it together, and get through it. If not for me, for every fan that has idolized her through the years and made her the teen idol that she is today. Of last year, I think it was, and I saw the YouTube videos about it, and I just, couldn't believe the amount of attention that everybody was giving it. No doubt, Demi Lovato definitely is a success story in all. She is unbelievable. She is absolutely amazing. She has the God-given ability to sing, act, and entertain, and make people laugh. And it seems like she's a jack of all trades. Is a saying that can be attached to Demi Lovato. It seems like she can do whatever she puts her mind to, and she's one of those people that really stand out amongst thousands. There are a lot of people who try out for Disney. On occasion, they get a lot of applications and a lot of tryouts. Every now and then, they'll hold these tryouts down there at the studios in California, down there at Disney Channel, going on a search for talent. They also work with a number of different talent agencies to acquire talent, but I'm telling you, very few people have the requirements and the God-given talents to land a contract with Disney, and a very select amount of people have the ability to do that. Jason Earls, Emily Osment, Miley Cyrus, Selena Gomez, and of course Demi Lovato are some of those people that have been given the opportunity to work for Disney, go on to be on series on Disney, and become a very popular Disney Channel star. It's unbelievable the amount of fans these people have on their MySpaces, their Facebooks, and their Twitters. Now with the whole Twitter thing creating such a buzz, it seems like you can find out what your favorite Disney star is up to now through Twitter, because it seems like that's what everybody is using. And I know Selena Gomez herself has had several issues surrounding Justin Bieber, because of Twitter and everything, with some crazed fans, girl fans, the female group of fans. I'll be making reference to that in a future audio commentary as well, because I think that story is being given a lot of attention, more attention than necessary. And that's one story that really upset me, because I think Selena Gomez, after winning that Kids' Choice Award she won this past summer, definitely does not deserve to be treated that way by a lot of fans. I know there are a lot of female fans out there between the ages of 13 to 15 years old who really, are absolutely in love and dying head over heels for Justin Bieber, would kill to be with him or had the opportunity to meet him. But I really don't think that Selena Gomez definitely deserves the the harassment and the discrimination of character that she's been receiving on the part of the media and a part of the Justin Bieber fans who have sent a lot of death threats to her Twitter account and have made in a plan, I guess, have conspired with one another to jump Selena Gomez and end her career. But I really don't think that she's going to have her career ended because of it. I remember the whole Josh Hawley thing that I am severely connected with, that I was involved with last summer. Communicated with Josh Hawley and got into a war of words, and basically won after I shut down all of his accounts. But I'm telling you, I think that a lot of the attention that these Disney stars are being given are negative attention, is negative attention, and it really doesn't need to be given to them. I remember watching them on Disney Channel and, really loving what they were doing. I think that they were appealing to the younger generation so phenomenally well. A lot of people were really getting in to, the whole Jonas show and the Hannah Montana show, which went 4 seasons. Wizards of Waverly Place, which went 3 to 4. And Sunny with a Chance that launched and went 2 or 3 seasons as well. Demi Lovato was one of the stars that didn't have a show until later years. But Sunny with a Chance, with talents like Sterling Knight and Tiffany Thornton and Michael Brandon Smith and Demi Lovato herself, really took that show to the highest of the upper echelon when it comes to the Disney shows. I think that Sunny with a Chance was